Did you know you may not have to cut out carbs to improve your blood sugar? It sounds backwards, I know, but for a lot of people, the fastest way to bring their numbers down isn't about removing whole food groups. It's about adding the right foods. And the best part? When done with a doctor's help, many people keep their sugar steadier for months, even years. So today, I'm going to show you 10 simple foods that may help calm insulin resistance and support healthier blood sugar naturally and in a way that can actually last. Before we start, do me one quick favor. If you like videos that explain the why behind your body, instead of just handing you a pill, hit subscribe, give this a like, and drop a comment with your morning fasting number this week. I read every one, and they shape what I cover next. All right, let me explain something most people never get told. High blood sugar often starts with one hormone, insulin. Think of insulin as a key. Its job is to unlock your cells so the sugar in your blood can get inside, where it's used for energy. But after years of ups and downs, your cells can stop answering the door. The key turns and turns, but the lock won't open. That's called insulin resistance. So your body makes more and more insulin to force the door, and your blood sugar can climb anyway. Here's the good news. Every one of these 10 foods does one of 3 simple jobs. It slows the sugar coming in. It helps cool the inflammation that keeps your cells from listening. Or it helps that insulin lock work the way it should. You don't have to add all 10 tomorrow. Just stack them in over a couple of weeks. Let's start. Number 1. Fenugreek seeds. Small amber seeds you can find in the spice aisle for a couple of dollars. Don't skip it just because it sounds new. Here's what it does. Fenugreek is full of a special fiber. When it hits the water in your stomach, it swells into a thick gel. That gel slows how fast food leaves your stomach. So instead of sugar flooding in all at once, it trickles in slowly. No flood, no big spike. To use it, soak 1 teaspoon in water overnight. Then, in the morning, drink the water and eat the soft seeds before breakfast. If the taste is too bitter, grind them into yogurt. Start small. This fiber is strong, and your stomach needs a few days to get used to it. Number 2. Cinnamon. You probably already have it, but the type matters, and most people grab the wrong one. The common kind is called cassia. In large daily amounts, it can be hard on your liver. The one you want is Ceylon cinnamon, sometimes called true cinnamon. It's gentler for everyday use. Cinnamon has natural plant compounds that may help your cells respond to insulin and slow your stomach after a meal. Some research has linked under half a teaspoon a day to small improvements in fasting sugar, though it works differently for each person. Use 1/4 to a half teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon a day with a carb meal, since that's when you want it working. Number 3. Broccoli sprouts. Pay close attention because this is the most overlooked food here. Not full broccoli, the little 3-day-old sprouts. They're packed with a compound called sulforaphane, far more than a full head of broccoli has. Here's why that matters. Your liver makes sugar while you sleep. With insulin resistance, it can make too much, which is why some of you wake up with a high morning number you can't explain. Research suggests sulforaphane may help calm that overnight sugar, with the biggest effect in people who struggle the most. Eat a small handful, raw, on a salad or sandwich most days. Don't cook them hard. High heat kills the good stuff. We're only 3 foods in, and each one does the same quiet work, slowing sugar down or helping the cell listen again. The next few change the meals you're already eating. And if someone in your family is fighting their numbers too, send them this video. Number 4. The avocado. Most people avoid it, scared of the calories, and that fear may be costing them. The fat in an avocado is the healthy kind, the same as in olive oil. When you add half an avocado to rice or toast, you're not removing the carb, you're slowing how fast it turns into sugar. So the sugar climbs gently instead of spiking. Half an avocado a day is plenty. Put it on your eggs, mash it on whole grain toast, or add it to a salad. Anywhere you've got a carb, the avocado softens the blow. Number 5. Chia seeds. Tiny seeds that punch above their size. If you've ever seen chia turn into pudding in liquid, you've seen how it works in your stomach. It's one of the richest sources of soluble fiber you can buy. It forms that same thick gel, wrapping around the carbs in your meal and slowing them down. Steadier sugar, less spike, less crash. Chia also has a plant omega-3 that may help calm the quiet inflammation under insulin resistance. 1 to 2 tablespoons a day. Stir it into yogurt or water with lemon. Give it 10 minutes to gel and drink plenty of water with it. Number 6. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel. This one doesn't slow your meal down. It works on a deeper problem, inflammation, which can jam the insulin signal. Salmon and mackerel are rich in 2 omega-3 fats, EPA and DHA, 2 of the best-studied natural calming nutrients we have. Calm the inflammation, and the cell may respond better. Aim for 2 servings a week, about the size of your palm. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, herring, all great. And canned mackerel and sardines are some of the cheapest, most powerful options on this whole list. Number 7. Walnuts. Of all the nuts, this is the one to reach for first. Walnuts have healthy fat that supports the lining inside your blood vessels, one of the first things high blood sugar can damage. And the fat, fiber, and protein together can soften your sugar rise after a meal. Eat a small handful, about 7 to 10 whole walnuts, instead of crackers or a cookie, and you turn a sugar spike into something gentler. Keep them raw or dry roasted, not candied. Use them to replace a snack, not add to one. Number 8. Eggs. Whole eggs, yolk included. For years, people were told the yolk was the enemy, and that bad advice pushed many toward sugary cereal, which is often worse. Let me set it straight. A whole egg is almost pure protein and fat, with barely any carb, so on its own, it hardly moves your sugar. But here's the bonus. When you start your day with eggs instead of toast, you may keep your sugar steadier not just at breakfast, but all the way to lunch. And the protein keeps you full, so those mid-morning cravings fade. Swapping cereal for 2 or 3 eggs is one of the fastest changes you can make. Put that avocado on top, and you've got a near-perfect breakfast. Number 9. Apple cider vinegar. This one often shows the fastest effect on a glucose meter. If you have a meter at home, you can watch it work tonight. Its active part, acetic acid, slows your stomach from emptying and may help your muscles pull sugar from your blood for fuel. Research at Arizona State linked a tablespoon of vinegar before a carb meal to a smaller after-meal spike in people with insulin resistance. That's a real effect from a few dollars a bottle. Take 1 tablespoon, and this matters, mixed in a full glass of water 10 to 15 minutes before a carb meal. Always dilute it. Never drink it straight, the acid is hard on your teeth and throat. And if you already take blood sugar medicine, talk to your doctor first, because together they can drop your sugar faster than you expect. Number 10. Lentils. And this one proves the whole point of the video. Lentils are a carbohydrate, and they may still help lower your blood sugar. How? They're a slow carb wrapped in fiber and plant protein, so the sugar inside releases slowly over hours instead of all at once. Swapping white rice or potato for lentils a few times a week is one of the more reliable ways to support a healthier A1C. That's your 3-month average sugar. Aim for half a cup to a cup a few times a week in a soup, stew, or salad. Now let me tell you about someone we'll call Donna. She was 63, recently retired, and frightened. Her fasting sugar sat around 180, and her doctor had just said it was time for a second medicine. She'd watched her own mother lose toes, then her eyesight, to this same disease. She did not cut her carbs to nothing. She added eggs and avocado instead of cereal, vinegar before big meals, lentils in place of white rice, walnuts instead of the afternoon cookie, fish twice a week, cinnamon in her coffee, sprouts at lunch. Within a week, her numbers started improving. Within 3 months, working closely with her own doctor, she was able to come off that second medicine, and her A1C moved back toward a healthier range. 2 years later, it held. She didn't starve. She ate more food, just the right food. Now, every person is different, and not everyone will see results like Donna's. But her story shows what's possible when the right foods and a good doctor work together. So here's why these foods can work when cutting carbs alone falls short. Each one helps your insulin do its job without starving you. The fiber foods slow the sugar down. The fish, walnuts, and chia help cool the inflammation. The cinnamon and vinegar help the cell listen to insulin again. Do that meal after meal, day after day, and over time, the cell that stopped answering the door may start opening it sooner. Now, one clear warning, and please don't skip this. If you take insulin, or an older blood sugar pill called a sulfonylurea, these foods can lower your sugar fast enough that your dose might suddenly be too high, and that can drop you too low. So add these foods with your doctor watching your numbers, and let them adjust your medicine as you improve. Never stop a prescription on your own. Bring this list to your next appointment instead. So here's what to do tonight. 5 simple steps. 1. Tomorrow morning, swap your cereal or toast for 2 or 3 whole eggs and half an avocado. 2. Tonight, soak a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds in water and drink it first thing. 3. Buy Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia, and start a 1/4 teaspoon a day. 4. Before your biggest carb meal tomorrow, take a tablespoon of vinegar in a full glass of water, 15 minutes ahead. 5. This week, swap white rice for lentils at least twice, and add fatty fish 2 nights. Stack these in over 2 weeks. You're not removing the foods you love, you're adding the foods that protect you. Now, here's something that surprises almost everyone. Eggs might be one of the most powerful breakfast tools a person with blood sugar trouble can have, but the way most people cook them could be making things worse. There's a right way and a wrong way, and it makes a real difference in your morning numbers. I made a whole video that breaks down exactly how to eat eggs the right way to keep your sugar steady. I'll put it right here on the screen. Go watch that one next, and I'll see you there.